There have been plenty of personnel changes in the Hong Kong jockeys room over the last 12 months, and we had another one earlier this week with one jockey departing to head back to Australia to continue his career there. Here's what's coming up on HK Direct. And the jockey I speak of is Sam Clipperton. We'll be hearing from him about his time in Hong Kong. We're also going to reveal the winner of January's Masterclass. Since arriving in Hong Kong for the 2016-17 racing season, Sam Clipperton has ridden 62 winners, including feature races like the Lion Rock Trophy and the Premier Bowl, while he also represented Hong Kong internationally when he rode Western Express in the Yasuda Kinnan in Japan. Prior to departing for Australia, I caught up with Sam at one of his last mornings at Sha Tin. Well, Sam, for the last 2.5 years, Sha Tin has been home to you, but you're heading back to Sydney. How do you feel that your time in Hong Kong has come to an end?
I feel good, actually. I think the time's right for me to finish up here for the time being. I've had a great time here in Hong Kong. I feel like I've had some good success, ridden for some great trainers and great owners, and unfortunately my opportunities were limited towards the end, but proud of what I've done here in Hong Kong and in my short time here anyway. And I'm still only young, I'm 25, and feel like I'm heading back to Sydney with a lot of confidence, gained a lot of experience, and who knows, in a few years you might see me back here.
Let's hope so. We'll talk about some of your memorable moments here in Hong Kong. In your first season, you had a good association with the John Moore stable and a horse called Booming Delight. That was a significant horse for you to be associated with.
He was. He was a very important horse for my career here in Hong Kong. I rode him 10 times for 4 wins, 4 seconds, and a third once. So he was very consistent. Probably didn't see the best of him. He was a little bit injury prone, but as I said, he was very important for my career here, and was able to gain a good association with the horse and form a good bond, and we were quite successful together.
Booming Delight gets in front from Circuit Land, Eastern Express, then Doyenne. Booming Delight kept going under Clipperton, and he takes the Lion Rock Trophy. Booming Delight.
And this season might have been tough going with 4 wins, but one of them was your most significant here. Hot King Prawn on the Premier Bowl at Group 2 level, and I guess nice to get a big win for someone who supported you and John Size.
It was thrilling. John Size gave me the opportunity, and I was able to deliver, and yeah, that was probably my biggest buzz, being in Group 2, being my most significant win in Hong Kong. To do it on a horse of the calibre of Hot King Prawn was very special too. So and like I said, being for John Size, he's been a great supporter of mine since being here in Hong Kong, and it was really rewarding to repay his faith.
Hot King Prawn going boldly, the Prawn. Hot King Prawn clear from Mr. Stunning. 50-50 with a late burst, but it's Hot King Prawn again to do it.
No Group 1 wins here in Hong Kong, but you've come close on a number of occasions with Western Express in 2 Group 1s as the runner-up, Mr. Stunning, DB Pin. Are they positive memories or frustrating that you've come so close but haven't been able to get that big race win?
No, they're definitely positive. In the last season, again, I rode 18 winners, so I was going a little while between winners, but Western Express, and I think one of my highlights in Hong Kong was running second on him in the Hong Kong Mile. He was a very honest horse, and unfortunately for Western Express and myself, we run into Beauty Generation both times, so he's like the Winx of Hong Kong. So, you know, running into Beauty Generation was a little bit of bad luck, but as I said, he was a very honest horse, and definitely positive. And then I had Mr. Stunning in the Chairman Sprint Prize, and DB Pin in the Hong Kong Sprint. So, although it could have been a little bit frustrating running 4 Group 1 seconds, it's given me a bit of a taster for international Group 1 racing. And as I said previously, I'm only young, so I've got plenty of time to tick off those goals, and I'm very hungry to do that.
Read an article this week where you're saying that in your time here in Hong Kong you've learned a lot about racing, riding yourself. Can you just elaborate in all 3 areas what you've learned in the time here?
I guess with the racing and riding, you're riding against so many different styles of jockeys. Jockeys from England, France, Ireland, Brazil, Australia, Italy. So all those styles blended onto one racetrack makes for very unique racing, and that's what Hong Kong racing is. So you don't need to look far to learn off a jockey, all the different styles, as I said. And I feel like I've really picked the brains off a lot of them, really. Zach and Joe and Douglas, and so there I've learnt a lot about racing and riding there, and also the different training techniques from different trainers. Very tough climate here in Hong Kong, very hot and humid, so trainers have to really get that right, so I've learnt that. And I guess personally, about myself, it can be a tough environment here in Hong Kong, and when the going gets tough, you really you can't let it get to you. You really need to knuckle down and work harder, and I guess teaches you a lot about yourself and how you handle those situations. And I think I've done well. I think it's been tough for me at times, but I'm proud of how I've handled it. And definitely, if I came to Hong Kong as a kid, I certainly don't feel like a kid anymore.
The boy's grown up?
Yeah, I think so.
And a married boy at that too.
Married boy, got married to my beautiful wife Morgan, so not in Hong Kong. We got married in Sydney, but that was while we were based in Hong Kong. So yeah, no, I think we're gonna have a lot of fond memories of the place.
So still looking at the future then? Will we see Sam Clipperton back at Sha Tin one day?
I think so, yeah. I'm very confident of that. You know, I've been very lucky with the opportunity that Hong Kong Jockey Club's given me here these last 2.5 years, but like I said, with hard work and dedication, hopefully I can set up a good reputation for myself and be back here riding big winners at Sha Tin Racecourse.
It's been a privilege to have you here in Hong Kong, Sam, over the last 2.5 years. All the best of luck for Sydney, and we hope to see you back in Hong Kong at some stage in the future.
Thanks very much, Ed. Appreciate it.
And it hasn't taken long for Sam to attract support in Sydney either. He's got 4 rides at Canterbury on Friday night and 5 at Rose Hill on Saturday. As far as racing in Hong Kong this weekend is concerned, we've got a 10-race card coming up on Saturday at Sha Tin. The Pierce Memorial Challenge Cup is our trophy race. The highest class race is the Class 2 Bees River Handicap, which features 5 Derby entrants. So we're looking forward to that one. If you want to catch the preview for the meeting, you can do so through the website, where you'll be able to catch Racing to Win on Friday night. And as always, you can follow us through social media, HKJC_racing on Twitter. We're going to have a special Chinese New Year edition of HK Direct on Monday night, so make sure you join us then. But as we leave you on the show on this edition, we're going to finish off with Masterclass for the month of January. There are plenty of worthy nominees, including Joe Moreira for his 5-timer on New Year's Day, or the Mighty Beauty Generation for notching up his 5th Group 1 win in the Stewards Cup. But instead, we're giving it to a legend of Hong Kong racing, Tony Cruz, who's trained the likes of superstars Silent Witness, Bullish Luck and California Memory, and last weekend notched up his 1200th winner as a trainer with Exultant.
Exultant sprinted to the lead with 100 to go. Donoso running on from the back with Romantic Touch, but it's the Vase winner. He'll do it again. Exultant goes on to score in the Centenary Vase. One of the master trainers, Tony Cruz, to bring up 1,200 winners.